Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay Malone, and today I'm going to talk about photographing the eclipse. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn more about photography, drones, and other related things, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. When you do, check the bell icon next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video for you. In case you've had your head in the sand the past few days, right around the corner on Monday, August the 21st, 2017, there is a total eclipse visible here in the United States. The last time a total eclipse was visible here in the United States was 38 years ago, 1979. I wasn't around for that one. So I am excited to experience this total eclipse. I'm also going to try to photograph the eclipse. I want to clear up something for those that aren't quite aware. Not everyone in the United States will get to see the total eclipse or get to experience the total eclipse. Everyone will get to see the partial stages of the eclipse, but only if you're in the path of totality will you actually get to experience the total eclipse. Here's a map of the eclipse that shows the path that it'll be going. And you'll see the shaded area is what is called the path of totality. If you have the opportunity to get into this path of totality, it will be completely different from what the rest of the United States get to experience. And I will be traveling to put myself in that path of totality. And I am going to do my best to bring you along with me. I plan to bring you guys along on my journey and do a little bit of video kind of showing you what the experience was like, and I'll get to tell you about the experience. Even though you can't actually experience it, I want to try to give a little bit back to you guys here. So be sure you're subscribed, because my plans are to post a video either Monday night or Tuesday letting you know what my experience was like. And I do plan to share photographs, probably on Facebook and Instagram. If you don't follow me there, check the links in the description below this video. That way you can follow me and you'll be able to see my eclipse pictures. With all of that being said, this will be my first eclipse. I'm taking my boys with me so they can experience this. So when it comes down to it, whether to capture video, photos, or actually experience it, I am going to experience the eclipse. I will do my best to photograph and video some of the eclipse at the same time I am enjoying the eclipse. But when it comes down to it, and if I fail at the video and the photos, know that I did enjoy the eclipse. The good news is in April 2024, there will be another total eclipse viewable here in the United States. And it will be 100% total eclipse right here in my little town. So I'm excited for that. So use this eclipse maybe as a practice eclipse, and then you'll be ready to photograph the eclipse 7 years from now. Let's talk about viewing and photographing this eclipse. First off, if you plan to view this partial eclipse, you need to make sure that you have some sort of viewing glasses. And these are just the little cheap cardboard solar viewing glasses, but they work. However, I know there has been a shortage and a rush of people trying to find these glasses the past few days, and some people are getting fakes. So be very, very careful about which glasses that you have. You want to make sure your glasses have an ISO rating on them. These have it right here on this little flap, and the ISO rating on this is 12312-2. That is the rating that needs to be listed on these glasses to make sure they are safe for viewing the sun. Check this out, guys. I have a light directly on me right here. It's pretty bright, but when I take my glasses off here and put these solar glasses on, I cannot even see that light. That's what you need to make sure. These need to block pretty much 99.9% of all visible light. Another thing is, it's cloudy today, and when I step outside with these on, I can't see a thing. If you test your glasses like that and you can see something more like sunglasses, then throw them away. They are not safe for viewing the sun. And at any time of the partial stages of the eclipse, either before the totality begins or after the totality, you have to have these protected glasses on. Otherwise, you can damage your eyes. So please be very careful. Now, if you want to photograph this partial eclipse, you need to have something similar on your camera. This is actually a very inexpensive solar filter that you can get that slides over your camera lens. This is the most economical, easiest, and good way of photographing the sun without it damaging your eyes looking through your camera. This just slides on over the lens. Now you can look through your viewfinder and it'll be the same as looking through these glasses. Here's one thing to note. Don't just put your glasses on and then try to look through a camera or a telescope or binoculars. That's a no-no, because the sun is magnified through this lens or through the binoculars. It is magnified and coming right into your eyes, so that is worse. You need the filter on the end of your lens or on the end of your binoculars or telescope. You want to make sure the filter is at the end there. Does that make sense to you? I got my glasses and my solar filter from bnhphoto.com. I doubt that you can get them now and get them in time to use for Monday, but just know I purchased them from a reputable source. So let me give you an idea of some camera settings. This will be a starting point for you to use. During the partial stages of the eclipse, you'll have a good amount of time. So use these settings as a starting point and tweak them to achieve the correct exposure that you want. Try starting at ISO 400 and set your shutter speed to 1/500th to 1/1000th of a second and your aperture to f8. This will be a starting point. Remember this. Try that. If it isn't what you want, try adjusting that shutter speed some. And remember, this is just for the partial stages of the eclipse. During the total eclipse, exposure has to change. Before we go on to talk about the total eclipse, are you going to be viewing the eclipse? Where are you going to be viewing it from? Will you be only in the partial area, or will you get to experience totality? Leave me a comment down in the comment section below. So once the partial stage is over, you can remove your protected glasses, you can remove your filter off your camera, otherwise you're not going to get to see the total eclipse. At the point of totality, when the moon completely covers the sun, all you'll see is the glow around the moon, so you don't need protective eyewear at that point. And now if you plan to photograph the total eclipse, your exposure will have to increase. This is where it will be important to have your camera on a tripod. Start with your camera on a tripod from the beginning. That way you won't have to fiddle around with putting it on a tripod just for the total eclipse. So with your camera on the tripod, start lowering that shutter speed. If you were at 1/500th, go down to 1/250th. Keep lowering your exposure until you can get something that you're happy with. You might have to go as slow as 1/15th of a second, maybe even 1/8 of a second. I'm not sure. Your camera is going to be different from mine, so you'll have to play around with that. But do it very quickly because the total eclipse won't last very long. But remember, once the total eclipse is over and you start to see that sliver of light, grab your glasses, grab your solar filter for your camera if you're going to be viewing or photographing any more after the total eclipse. In between now and then, if you want to learn some more about taking night pictures or night photography, click right up here in the corner. This card up here will be a link to a video that I just uploaded recently about night photography. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Be sure that you're subscribed. That way you can check back to see what my eclipse experience was like. I hope this video was helpful or enjoyable to you. If it was, please be sure and hit that thumbs up. That'll let me know that you liked the video, and I would appreciate it. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you're viewing the eclipse. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, God bless.